Imagine this. Have you ever wondered where in the world Poles are the most liked, respected, and sometimes even loved? It's not a simple question, because national sympathies can't be measured with a ruler. But there are places where history, migration, and shared experiences have made the word Pole associate with friendship, loyalty, and even heroism. And today, I'll take you on a journey across continents to show you the countries where Poles are seen in the most positive light. The most famous example is, of course, the United States. This is where one of the largest Polish communities in the world has flourished. Millions of people whose families came generations ago to build their American dream. Once upon a time, Polish immigrants worked in factories, mines, and farms. But today, their descendants are doctors, professors, and even politicians. The image of the Pole in America has shifted dramatically, from the stereotypes of the past to being viewed as hardworking, family-oriented, and loyal to their adopted homeland. Add to this the fact that Poland and the US are close allies in NATO and global politics, especially since the war in Ukraine, and you get a picture of a very special relationship. Equally fascinating is Brazil. When we think about migration, South America doesn't usually come to mind. Yet this is exactly where hundreds of thousands of Poles settled in the 19th century. In the southern state of Paraná, in cities like Curitiba, Polish heritage is still alive. You can see it in traditions, cuisine, and even in the surnames proudly carried by many Brazilians. What's even more striking is how many people there still highlight their Polish roots as something meaningful to their identity. Argentina tells a similar story, with around 2 million people of Polish descent. What makes Argentina unique is that the government officially established a Polish Settlers' Day, celebrated every June. That's not something you see often. An entire nation setting aside a holiday to honor the contribution of one ethnic group. But Poles made such an impact on Argentina's agriculture, infrastructure, and culture that this recognition was not only deserved, but celebrated by the whole country. Canada, too, has long been home to Poles. Migration there came in waves, after uprisings in the 19th century, after the Second World War, and during the communist era in the 1980s. Today, Polish Canadians are fully integrated into Canada's multicultural society, while still proudly celebrating their heritage. Festivals, churches, and even neighborhoods keep Polish traditions alive, and Canadians in general view Poles as trustworthy and community-minded. When it comes to more recent migrations, Ireland deserves a special mention. After Poland joined the European Union in 2004, thousands of Poles moved there in search of work. At first, the sudden arrival of so many newcomers caused tensions, as it often does. But very quickly, the Irish recognized that Poles were reliable, honest, and hard-working. Today, Poles are the largest minority in Ireland, and relations between locals and the Polish community are overwhelmingly positive. Closer to home, we find good neighbors in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Here the bonds are obvious, shared borders, similar languages, and a common Central European mentality. While we might joke about each other now and then, surveys consistently show that Poles, Czechs, and Slovaks genuinely like one another. It's the kind of friendly neighborly bond that has stood the test of time. An even deeper bond connects Poles with Hungarians. The old saying about Poles and Hungarians being brothers is not just a romantic phrase. History proves it. Our nations fought side by side in uprisings, supported each other in times of hardship, and resisted domination from foreign powers together. This is a friendship both nations take pride in and pass on from generation to generation. Lithuania is another case worth noting. Yes, history between Poles and Lithuanians has been complicated, full of disputes and shifting borders. But modern relations are improving steadily. Many Lithuanians now see the shared legacy of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth as something worth celebrating, not dividing. Poles, in turn, rank Lithuania among their favorite neighbors, and this mutual goodwill is growing year by year. And then there's a surprising example: Haiti. Over 200 years ago, during the Haitian Revolution, Polish soldiers sent by Napoleon were supposed to help suppress the uprising of enslaved people. but many refused to fight against the rebels. Instead, they switched sides, joining the Haitians in their struggle for independence. For Haitians, this act of solidarity was unforgettable. To this day, descendants of those Poles live in Haiti, often referred to as white Poles, and they are respected and admired. Haiti remembers that the Poles stood with them at the most crucial moment in their history. Looking at all these stories, one thing becomes clear. Wherever Poles have gone, they've left behind a positive mark. From the massive Polish diasporas in the Americas, to the friendly bonds with our Central European neighbors, to the unlikely but inspiring connection with Haiti. Poles are remembered as hardworking, loyal, and trustworthy allies. So while it may be impossible to measure exactly who loves Poles the most, we can be proud that across the globe, our nation's reputation is one of friendship and respect. If you found this journey fascinating and want to explore more stories about Poland and its connections with the world, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you especially value this work, consider joining the channel membership. It's the best way to support us and help create even more in-depth content for you.